Hi, my name is Michelle Vamos, and today I'm going to walk you through my slime science program. For this program, you just need a few supplies. You will need some baking soda. You only need about half a teaspoon, so this is definitely much more than you need, but you need baking soda. Then you need some glue. You can use clear glue or regular white Elmer's glue, whatever you'd like. You will need about half a cup of this. Then you need some contact solution. You're going to need about 2 tablespoons. So you'll need that. And then if you want to dye your slime, you're going to want some food coloring. You're going to need about 2 to 3 drops of food coloring. You are going to want to have something to mix your slime in, and then something to measure it out. So again, you'll need a half a cup. I have a half a teaspoon. If you only have a teaspoon, then just do half of that. And then I have a 2 tablespoon measuring cup, but if you don't, just 2 1 tablespoons. And then I already have some glue that I have in a container. I have the regular, just plain glue in here, but then I'm also going to use this to keep my slime in it to stay fresh once it's done. And then I already sectioned out 2 tablespoons of my contact solution, along with half a teaspoon of my baking soda. And then I like to keep my food coloring in a plastic bag. Food coloring will stain, so you just want to make sure that your food coloring is closed. And then again, I like to have it upright, but keep it in a plastic bag. All right, so let's get started. So I'm first going to explain to you how we're going to be making our slime today, and then I'm going to walk you through the science of slime. So, like I said, we have our container of glue. So this is half a cup of Elmer's glue, and we are using clear glue today, but you can use regular, the white glue, or clear, whatever you like. Then I have half a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of contact solution, and then you're only going to need 2 to 3 drops of food coloring, but I gave you a whole container. Okay. And then we have the popsicle stick to mix them all together. So I'm just going to do my mixture in here so it's a little easier to see. So first you're going to take your glue, which is half a cup, and you're going to put it into your container. So if you want, I just like to mix everything in here. So, if you want to mix in here, you don't even have to do anything. It's already in there. If you want to do it in a baking container, you can definitely do that. Glue is a PVA. What PVA stands for is polyvinyl acid. That is it's long chains of carbons. So it's a whole bunch of carbons, and then every once in a while there is an oxygen with more carbons, and then keep going, an oxygen with even more carbons. So with these long chain carbons, what happens is there's a lot of water. So the molecules in the glue just glide past each other, right? That's why when we move the glue around, you can see it really just moves, and it's a sticky liquid, right? It really kind of sticks and moves and glides past each other. Again, it's a liquid, but it's a sticky liquid. So when it is wet, right, when it's in this form, it's very sticky and it's a liquid. But when it dries and the water evaporates, it hardens up. So the next thing we're going to be putting in is our baking soda. So again, you have it in your little container, but I just have half a teaspoon in this container. I'm just going to put it in and mix it up. This just helps the process. If you use borax, which we are using the contact solution instead, which we'll get to in a second, that is a stronger solution. So the baking soda just helps the process since we are using the contact solution. Okay, so just gonna mix that up, and we still have our sticky liquid. So now I have my glue, my baking powder, and then you want to take your food coloring and just put a few, maybe 2 to 3 drops into the solution. Also, just be very careful because this will stain. So make sure it is closed properly after you're done using it, and really just use the smallest amount. Okay, then you're gonna mix it all up. Then you're going to take your contact solution. This is 2 tablespoons. Now, what contact solution really is? Really, essentially salt water. Boric acid is a more concentrated form. They both have boric acid in them, which again, really is salt. But the borax is a lot more concentrated. So this is just not as harsh, so that's why we're going with this. When we add this to our glue, it bonds to the oxygen. Then after it bonds to the oxygen, it connects to the PVA, and it connects the strands together. So instead of them slipping by each other, they are connected. And this is when we start to really make it into slime, right? Right now, we still just have glue. But when we add the contact solution, it makes all of the ingredients act a little differently. As you'll see, we still have our liquid, but now it's going to change the liquid a little bit, and it's going to make all the ingredients, like I said, act differently and behave a lot different. So let's add it in. So I have my contact solution here. I'm just going to put it in and mix it on up. And as you can see, it's already starting to change its consistency. I gave you 2 tablespoons. I had a little less in my container. So just with the contact solution, just put a little bit in at a time. Because if you do too much, it will get too hard. So we're going to mix it all up. And then, there you go. You have your slime. Now, slime is really, really interesting. Slime, along with actually the glue, are called polymers. Polymers are long chain molecules. So some other polymers you might be familiar with are rubber, plastic, and of course, slime. Polymers are a long chain molecule that are composed of smaller molecules all put together. I learned about the different states of matter. So there is liquid, gas, and solid. So what do you think that slime is? Do you think it's a liquid, a solid, or a gas? I first thought that it was a solid because I can hold it, right? You can't really hold liquid. If I was to pour water on my hand, it would just seep through my fingers. But does the slime? So what slime is a non-Newtonian fluid, which means that it is actually a fluid, which is a liquid, but it acts a little different. It doesn't behave like you think it would. So, yes, I can hold this in my hand, but if you watch, it will slowly start to move. Where, right, if I put a ball in my hand, it's not going to move unless I add force to it. But the slime will slowly, you can see it's pretty slow, but start to seep down like a liquid, right? If I put liquid in my hand, it would all just fall. As you can see, it's slowly going. Also, the more pressure that you put on the slime, the more it acts like a solid, but the less pressure, the more it acts like a liquid. So slime, as fun as it really is a science experiment, right? It's a polymer that's a liquid, a non-Newtonian liquid. It's just so interesting, and also it's super fun to play with. Now for the slime, you're going to want to put it into a container with a top so that it doesn't dry out. And really, yeah, slime, it's just like I said, it's fun, but it's also educational. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to email the library or comment below. Thank you so much for joining. It's always a pleasure, and I'll see you soon for the next program. Bye.